Nabil, we're here at FrightFest, the film Tower Block. Tell me about your role in it.
Well, I play a rather dodgy fella who, along with a friend of his, is responsible for quite a heinous attack on one of our protagonists. It was just a big laugh for me. It was an opportunity to do a bit of action and then obviously get shot. So that was me, you know. It was just a well-crafted script. That's what I really felt about it.
And how are the directors, because there's two of them in this film, how did they direct you as a pair?
That's always a funny one, because with two directors, you're like, okay, one tells you one thing, and the next one you think, I hope he says the same thing. But they were very synchronized. Two heads, but one body, one heart. So it was that kind of a thing, you know?
How did it compare to other jobs that you've done?
You know, it's always funny. It's like it was good. It was a different thing for me. I don't normally do kind of psychological horrors, if you see what I mean. And to be put in that predicament where a group of people are stuck and can't move, it's fantastic. You know, it brings out the best and the worst in people, and that's what I think the film successfully does.
Why do you think we're seeing quite a few films set in tower blocks now? We've had Attack the Block, haven't we? We've got The Raid as well, and now Tower Block. What is it about tower blocks that are so frightening places?
Well, I think by the very nature that they're a block, that you can only get in once, or from only several entrances. I mean, it reminds me of the old 80s horrors, things like Burning Inferno and things like that. You know, the idea that you'd be stuck somewhere, you couldn't get out. Who are you going to take? You know, who do you save? Do you save yourself, or do you save your loved one, or do you just let them all die? You know, it's all that kind of thing. So I think it really taps into that kind of fear from us. That's all.
What's coming up next for you, Nabil?
Well, currently, I was lucky enough to work on Kathryn Bigelow's new film, which will be very interesting for next year. I'm actually producing a TV drama, so fingers crossed that'll be something that'll hit your screens at some point. But I'm really just concentrating on just trying to see what's out there. Really interested in meeting new people and collaborating on new projects. But we'll see. It's an interesting time to be an actor, that's for sure.
Tell me a bit more about that Kathryn Bigelow movie.
Basically, I play a character who reveals some information. It's really about the kind of hunt for Osama bin Laden. So it's quite an interesting project. I mean, she's a legend for me. She directed some of my favourite films, Strange Days and Point Break. I mean, two classics. So I've been very lucky to work with new brilliant directors and some Oscar winners.
What is it that makes her so great, you think? Because as you say, she's very eclectic in the films she makes, isn't she?
God, if I knew, I'd copy it and do it myself. I can't tell you. I just think she has an incredible vision, And directing is such an interesting thing to do, because you've got to be so strong-willed, yet it's so collaborative. So where do you kind of mix that? You've kind of got to trust I don't think I'd be a very good director. I'd change it. If you say, oh, I think we should do that different, I'd be like, oh yeah, actually, I can see the point in everybody else's opinion, and that's probably what makes me a decent actor, I hope.
And what kind of director is she, would you think? How does she compare to other people you've worked with?
Very relaxed. I mean, again, assured, I guess. If you've won an Oscar and you know what you're doing. She was very actor-friendly, very calm around the actors. You never got the impression that it was a big kind of Hollywood film. And the same with Tower Block. I mean, Ronnie and James did a really good job. I really have to take my hat off to them. They kind of kept things. It's not easy when you've got a group of actors, and the scenes are involving a group of actors, not your one or two heads. Do you know what I mean? So but it's a great cast. I mean, Sheridan's fab. Kane's fab. I mean, I hate to sound like one of the really annoying, gushy actors. Oh, darling, it was so marvelous on set. It was amazing, but it was kind of pretty cool.
Tell me about the locations for filming both Tower Block and the Kathryn Bigelow movie, because obviously they're going to be very, very different, aren't they?
Different. Well, one was in Jordan, and the other one was in East London.
What was the experience like in Jordan?
Pretty intense. I flew in and out. Literally, I was only there for a week, so in and out, did my stuff and moved. Again, with this, it was spread over a few weeks, couple of days. I mean, what was great is it gave me the opportunity to work with Kane, because me and him play a kind of double act. And bizarrely enough, he'd just been in Top Boy, who a very dear friend of mine, Jan Damage, had directed. And Jan had been telling me how brilliant Kane was, because Jan really likes non-actors. And it was true. Kane was really natural and really easy to work with. And of course, I find out he's this huge grime artist. I didn't know, man. I'm like, yo, Kane, I don't know. I'm sorry.
So what's your kind of music then?
I do like grime. It's just I'm not of an age where I kind of listen to music in that kind of way. It sounds so old.
Pipe and slippers, man.
Not quite. I've got the slippers. I'm working on the pipe.